the same thing to my people. So that you said that they put millions of my actions. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right. That's right.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just Isupk sat in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never our home. Only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting. The trail of my tears is countless. Main fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles and make it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be. Slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cage and safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash. Get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog.
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in his body, you fit a Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in his dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is dish served cold, I just hope they making oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in a world of mad shooters. Devils design fire for our babies to pass through. In the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So that you said that they put millions of my actions. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right. That's right.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog.
in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacles set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never our home, only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe the slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting, the trail of my tears is countless. Main fact of them here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles and make it official. I'm capturing every crack I'm surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be, slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cage and safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash, get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
Do you see just how it feels? Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in this body, you fit a Lord, fuck the cocktail. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Von Dale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is served cold, I just hope they make an oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in a world of mad shooters. There was design 5 for our babies to pass through. In the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
Do you see just how it feels? Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So that you said that they put millions of my people. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right. That's right.
Do you see just how it feels? Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacles set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never our home, only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe the slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting, the trail of my tears is countless. Main fact of them here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles and make it official. I'm capturing every crack I'm surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be, slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cage and safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash, get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
Do you
no remorse in my blood slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in this body, you fit a Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is served cold, I just hope they making oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in the world of mad shooters. That was designed fire for our babies to pass through it. In the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
Someday you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So you said that they put millions of my actions. Yes, you said so. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right. That's right.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just Isupk sat in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never a home, only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe the slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting, the trail of my tears is countless. Main fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles and make it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be, slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cage is safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash, get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
Someday you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in this body, you fit a Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is served cold, I just hope they making oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in the world of mad shooters. That was designed fire for our babies to pass through it. In the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
From there you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog.
All right. Shalom, Israel, shalom. Yahweh Shem Yahshua Brakatah. It's like Yahweh Shem Yahshua Brakatham. Yahweh Shamar Aladan Ba'Shem Yahshua. It's priest and also Thawashab of the Isupk, started 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General Yohana. As usual, every Tuesday, man, from 6:30 to 8:30, I'll be broadcasting to you live from Orlando, Florida. All right, Hart Memorial Library, Kissimmee, every single Tuesday from 6:30 to 8:30, man. So if you in the Central Florida area, man, make sure you stop on by. Make your way over here, right? We working on building up this city, building up this nation, you know what I'm saying, nationwide within this nation, you know what I mean? So it's going to take brothers and sisters to come in, learn this truth, man, change their life, man. And there's no better way to do it, man, than to learn from the brothers in the Isupk. So we ain't going to leave you stranded, Orlando. All right? Most High in Christ. Got the mighty man with me, man. Priest and officer in the shock. 5,000.
Final calm. Ain't shit, sir. I'm just grab a headpiece real quick.
All right. No sweat, warrior. No sweat, man. Mighty man out of West Palm Beach, Florida, man. Like I mentioned, what we doing here in Orlando, guess what? We doing it in every other city in Florida. If you in down south, West Palm, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you get in contact with them brothers out there, man. You know what I mean? We'll get you right. I see also I desire too. Slide it in there, you know what I mean? Big up also I desire. You know what I'm saying? Moses and Aaron, you know what I mean? Give it up.
Hey, I can't, if I may, sir.
What's up, boy?
Oh, if I may, I was just gonna say what you're saying is heavy and true. Like I feel like I can't do it without Itazab. You know what I mean? Like it's my right hand, man. He here all the time with me. You know what I mean? Like straight up and down. That's for real, sir.
Damn right, man. And y'all brothers.
I really, you know, I'm proud of the brother. You know, young brother, man. I mean, always here, always getting it in. I'm really proud of him, sir. So
damn right. Right.
Real shit.
I understand, warrior. Likewise, hey, give it up. Give it up, man. Big up off the Itazab, man. Listen, wherever I go, man, they think I'm Itazab, man. You know what I mean? I gotta tell them, like, no, that is not me. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? That boy world famous, man. They be ready to talk to me. As soon as I tell them I'm not Itazab, they disappointed as hell.
He's famous in this world.
You said what?
In this world, sir.
Uh-huh.
In this world, he's famous.
Oh, God, damn right.
Yeah.
Okay. Both sides. Y'all see the topic on there. Yeah, you know damn right. In this world, man, you know what I'm saying? The world of niggas, you know what I'm saying? The world of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, where all the real niggas reside, which is in ISUPK, man. You know what I'm saying? That brother is well renowned. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I want to commend both of y'all on, you know, one thing I have learned in my short period of time of understanding this truth and, you know, walking with Commander General Yohana and Captain Shawar, man, is that when it comes down to it, man, loyalty is everything, man. You know what I'm saying? No matter the amount of information you know, the breakdowns you know, the understandings that you have, man, loyalty is everything, man. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes it's going to get difficult to do this work, to come into a building where nobody's in. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got a whole building in West Palm Beach. You know what I mean? And who in there? Officer in the shot? Is you Officer Itazab?
Khan.
You know what I mean?
Khan.
You know what I'm saying? That is everything, man, because character trumps information. There's plenty of people that has information out there, you know what I'm saying, but they don't have the character to back it, you know what I mean? And brothers like yourselves, with the loyalty that y'all have, man, that can raise up this nation from the ground up, man. So big up to both of y'all. You know what I mean?
Water to you, sir. Water to you, sir. Like we were just talking about it yesterday. The other day, me and Itazab, and I said, man, you know, that was sharp, man. Just a kid when I came in here. You know what I mean? Like, just a jit, like young blood jit. I'm like, God damn. I don't want to come. I mean, like this jit, little young kid. I mean, out here going off on crackers. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, who the hell is this? You know what I mean? Like, so
man, I'm washed
up. For water to you, sir, for like showing me the courage and helping me, and like I had to have something to look up to, and man, that was a hell of a thing to be able to look up to. This little young buck in the troop, you know, standing on the wood out there going up, breaking shit. God damn, hey. I don't care. Call on come.
Nah, man. I ain't shit.
Call on come. So, you know what I mean? I get to watch you grow. I get to watch you grow. You know what I mean? Like I'm like, I get to watch you grow, sir. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like I know you over me, but I get to watch you grow, like Aaron or like Joshua.
Okay.
Under, you know, Moses, you know what I'm saying? I get to watch you grow, sir. So that's heavy, man.
Both sides of Christ, man.
Everything in this truth is so much in this truth to love and appreciate and to cherish. It's all over. You know what I mean? It's all over the place. You just look around. You know what I mean? Like sisters bringing their little kids in. You know what I mean? One day we gonna watch them. You know what I mean?
Damn right.
You know. The leaders, you know, it's a wonderful thing, sir.
Man, Most High in Christ, man. I ain't nothing, brother. You know what I'm saying? I'm fighting just like y'all, and it's because of the mercy of the Most High where I'm able to do the little bit that I'm doing right now, man. You know what I'm saying? This is just a mustard seed of work compared to, you know, brothers before me, man. So big up to y'all, man. Go ahead. Somebody said Salaki.
Sir, if I could add to what Austin the Shot just said, you know what I'm saying? Like what he said about the kids, you know what I'm saying? Like right now, you know, it's you, it's Austin Rakabi, it's Austin Shop, me, myself, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So those kids are gonna grow up and take up our position.
Damn right.
And it reminds me of what head priest Ariel had to do with Jerry Yohana.
Right.
Man, he raised him up from a little baby.
Right.
You know what I mean? And showed him how to hold this truth down.
Damn right.
And when he was too old to do it himself, he passed on that torch to Commander Yohana.
Damn right, man. Leader of this nation, boy. You know what I mean? And like any great leader or any great teacher, man, you should always push the brothers that's under you, that operate under your command, to be better than you, man. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, that's exactly what Ariel did with Commander Yohana. He taught him everything he knew, you know what I'm saying? And he made the latter house better than the first house. You get what I'm saying? This house is standing strong. We rocking and rolling. We just came back from Passover. That's why I can't stop complimenting y'all so much. You know what I'm saying? We still got the brotherhood, you know, mojo on us and all that, man. But it's always a good time to be amongst brothers and sisters, man. That always encourage us to continue to build this nation, man, so we can get brothers and sisters to continue this work when we get weak. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, exactly right on that, man. You know, I want to shout out everybody in the chat, all the sisters I see, y'all. Trooper Mashah Red, Sister Banaya, Officer Yawasap, Sister Yakala, damn right. You know what I'm saying? Officer Akaz Red. You know what I mean? And I'm Princess. I'm guessing that's Officer Nashai right there. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Big up, big up. You know what I mean? Big up to everybody, man. So all y'all dedication and loyalty, man. You know, we loyal to the king. I got a question on here. Officer Yawasap said, can I get a breakdown on Isaiah 14, 1 and 2? Let's get right to it, y'all. Let's get to these questions. After that, we'll jump into the topic. Isaiah 14 and 2.
I got it, sir.
Got it, warrior. All right. You get down, soldier.
You want me to start at verse 1?
Come, Baba Kashah.
No sweat, sir. The book of Isaiah, chapter 14 and verse 1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob.
For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob. Read on.
And will yet choose Israel.
All right. So he is talking about a specific group of people, right? Who is Jacob? Who is Israel? Who are these people? Who are they?
Salaki.
Go ahead.
Their father.
Right? Their father, right? Jacob is who, right? Jacob is who? Break that down for me.
Jacob is Israel, sir. He got his name changed to Israel after he fought with an angel.
There you go. So it's talking about the same person, right? And what ended up happening with his seed? What happened? What transpired after him?
He begat 12 sons, the 12 tribes of Israel.
There you go. You know what I'm saying? He is the father of the 12 tribes of Israel, right? The nation of Israel, right? And the Lord is saying that he will have mercy on the nation of Israel, right? He has chosen Israel. Out of all the nations that exist on this earth, the Lord have chosen so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians because we make up the 12 tribes of Israel. This is who we descend from through bloodline, right? Not through conversion or religious practice, right? This is through our DNA, right? Through our blood, through our ancestry. We are the 12 tribes of Israel. You know what I'm saying? And we need a little bit of mercy right now. I don't know about y'all. You know what I'm saying? We need mercy, right? We are the ones that's afflicted the most. You know what I'm saying? You got these European Caucasian children that's shooting up the schools and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, our black behinds ain't never went inside of school and shot no children up. But oftentimes we're being racially profiled wherever we go. You know what I'm saying? We're being looked at as the criminals. You know what I'm saying? Like we're the problem and the terrorist that's going to cause havoc on this earth. You know what I'm saying? Well, we're just trying to survive, right? They have the privilege and the right to carry their arms and bear arms and do whatever they want with it. And don't nobody say, hey, stop right there. It looked like you're up to something. Look like you're looking to cause some trouble. You know what I'm saying? You know why? Because he doesn't fit the description. You know what I'm saying? But our people, we need mercy, right? Because even when we're walking down the street, we can have a hoodie on. We fit the description. We can be eating Skittles and drinking Arizona. We fit the description. We can walk inside a gas station, buy a cigarillo. We fit the description. We can be selling cigarettes, you know what I'm saying, in New York, and we're going to fit the description, right? We're going to have our seatbelts unbuckled, and we're going to fit the damn description, man. You know what I'm saying? To where they have to drag us out of the car, shoot us in the streets, beat us in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Do whatever it takes to destroy us as a nation, man. You know what I'm saying? But yet the Lord chose us. And I always thought about that, even before I came into the truth. I don't know if you ever wondered this, right? I always thought about like, man, this must be something to black people. Like the way we move, like, you know, the soul we have, like we're the most mimicked people on this earth. Everybody mimic us some way, somehow. From our music, you know, the way we dance, the way we speak. Like even at the bottom, you know, in poverty, in the ghetto, yet other nations still mimic us and want to be like us. You get what I'm saying? And I always thought like, man, there gotta be something to us as a people. And lo and behold, coming into the truth and reading the Bible, right, for myself, I understood that, listen, we are God's chosen people, right? We are the Israelites, right? This is not something that we're making up. You could read the Bible for yourself and you'll find out that you are God's chosen people, black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man. And the Lord is going to give you mercy from the hell that you're going through, right? Read on.
Khan, sir. And in their land, Salakia. And I will choose yet, Salakia, and I will yet choose Israel and set them in their land.
And their own land, man. We need our own land, right? Because if anybody can tell me, I ask this every week, what land or what nationality do black people identify with prior to slavery? If anybody can tell me that, man, listen, I will stop teaching class forever. You know what I'm saying? You know, I know they tired of us, Nashak.
But here's
nobody love God. You know what I mean?
Like, if I may, that's like we kind of bring this up then every Saturday in Sabbath service.
Mm-hmm.
I touch on it because I know it's in my mind. Like that's what this whole thing is about.
Mm.
From Adam all the way to Revelation. When he chose Adam, he gave Adam a land.
Mm-hmm.
He gave him a land, sir.
Right.
Like it's all the way all through the Bible. Now it tells you if you got your own land, you can rest. Now, like when we came out of Egypt, that's how we got Joshua. The Most High told, listen, now you get this land, you can rest. You know what I'm saying? It's about land. If you are not you're not the leading class in the land, if it's not your land, you are a servant. You have no rest. You gotta get up before the sun comes up and get home after the sun comes down. Mm-hmm. You're the second class people. You are the servants.
Right.
But if you have your own land, now you know what I mean. That's why the Chinese people. That's why America don't mess with Chinese. They got their own land. They don't mess with the Arabs. They got their own land. They don't mess with the East Indians. They got their own land. You know what I mean? Like if you have land, you have a government you can establish. You have a economy you can establish. Like it's all about land.
Right.
The whole thing is about land. It's so crazy. Like wrap your mind around that. It's all about land. It's all about, you know what I mean? Possession of land.
Right.
From Adam all the way to Revelation. It's about land, sir.
Damn right.
You ain't got no land. If you can't if this is not Israel, you know what I mean? If this is not Jerusalem, then I'm done. You know what I mean? I'm living in somebody else's land.
Right.
I can't run nothing.
Right.
They run it. I'm under them. It's all about land. Like this whole
you're
thing.
Exactly right, boy.
Is about land.
Exactly right, man. You know what I'm saying? And I don't mean to cut you off too, man, because what you're saying is heavy, man. Because the brothers and sisters that's in the ghettos and barrios and reservations, some of them have even walked past their street sign. You know what I'm saying? The stop sign in their corner, right? They can't even go to the next neighborhood of being fear of being shot down by the rival gang. You know what I'm saying? And we beefing each other about a damn street that we don't even own.
Right.
Let the Jewish man come in there. He gonna sell all the real estate in that neighborhood and gentrify the whole neighborhood to where you got to live on the streets now. You know what I'm saying? But meanwhile, these other nations, they understand the importance of sustaining their land and their nation. You dig what I'm saying? Like you said, man, that's so heavy, man. It's just basic common sense, right? Every nation understands this. They understand they have to create a government that caters to the citizens of their nation, or else their nation will fall. You get what I'm saying? Germany is concerned with the affairs of the German citizens, right? English is concerned with the affairs of the English citizens. You dig what I'm saying? Like whatever nation they govern, they make sure that the people of that land is number one priority, right? Before they can worry about anybody else.
It's your land.
Exactly.
Right.
Nah, that's a heavy point, Warrior. I don't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
No, if I may, like what you just said is even more heavier because we don't even realize we understand it because we're beefing over land, a block.
Right.
We're beefing over a block.
Mm-hmm.
But what you should be beefing over is a continent.
Right.
You should be beefing over, rulership of the earth.
Damn
not
right.
a goddamn 4 square block. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, you should be beefing over the whole other nations of the earth, over a continent, over what the Lord has promised us in this book.
Damn right.
That's it, sir.
Damn right. You know what I mean? There's more to life than just what you see in your day-to-day neighborhood, man. You know what I mean? We could continue on that point too, man. But for time's sake, let's continue reading.
Colonel Khan.
Unless anything I wanted to bring out as well too.
Live, sir.
All right, you got it, boy.
Yes, sir. Isaiah chapter 14 in the middle of verse 1. And the strangers shall be joined with them.
Right? If this was a Sunday Bible study class, all we had to do was shut the book there.
That's it.
See, God just loves everybody.
Wow.
He's gonna get the Israelites, he's gonna get the strangers, and bring them all together. You dig what I'm saying? So here's the thing, though. The problem with the Christian church is they don't understand context.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Context is where the Holy Spirit lies in. You know what I mean? If you want to understand the Bible, you have to eat the whole roll. You have to read the whole chapter. Read beyond just one verse in John 3:16. Right? The strangers is talking about the people that's outside of the nation of Israel. Yes, they're going to be joined to them, but it's going to be for a specific purpose. Read on.
Come. And the stranger shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob.
Right. Sounds good. Right. Sounds fine and dandy. Read on.
Come. Verse 2. And the people shall take them.
The people. Who is the people that's going to take them? Take who?
Come.
The people is who? Go ahead. Israelites. Taking who?
Taking nations and strangers.
Strangers, right? That's the context of what we're talking about, right? Israelites is taking these strangers, right? And doing what with them? Read on.
Come. And bring them to their place.
Right, bringing them to our place, to our land. Read on.
Come. And the house of Israel shall possess them.
Shall do what?
Possess them.
Shall do what?
Possess them.
Now, somebody give me the definition of possess. If you possess something, what do?
Control.
Ooh, very close. Okay, that's a good definition. You got it, sis.
Have as belonging to one or own.
To do what? Read that definition loud and clear, sis. Baba Kasha.
Have as belonging to one or to own.
Get that sister here, right? We're not making this up, right? Go ahead. You got it, sis. You got some more?
Have complete power over someone.
To have complete power over someone. To possess is to own. It's to control. To have power over something. Well, guess what? We're going to take these strangers, right? These people that's not of the 12 tribes of Israel, and we are going to possess them, right? Now, let's say that's wrong. Why would God want something like that, right? Let's just say, hypothetically, somebody might feel that in their heart right now. Somebody that's in the class that's listening, that's so wrong for somebody to own somebody. Well, let's see why God is making this happen, right? Read on.
Come. And bring them to their place. And the house of Israel shall possess them, and the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids.
For a servant and handmaid, employees, workers, cleanup crews, servants, and handmaids. Read on.
Come. And they shall take them captives.
Now, like I mentioned, somebody might say, well, why would God want something like this to happen? Right? The right and just thing, right? We're talking about justice here, right? And what's fair is that the same people that took us captive, right? And the same people that made us servants and handmaids, the Lord said that we're going to take those people captives as well, too. You know what I'm saying? Read on.
Come. And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were.
Who what?
Whose captives they were.
We was under what type of role we was under in America?
Whose captives They were.
Guess what? We are the slaves here in America, Central America and South America, and all across the earth, man. We have been put under hard bondage. You know how I know? What language you use? Speak your native tongue. Any black person can speak your native tongue right now. What's your native language? Just go and speak it. Go ahead. I'm sure y'all brothers know, you know what I'm saying? But if anybody that's new in the class, go ahead and type up your native tongue and talk to me in your native language. You know what I'm saying? Listen, you can't do it. I'm sure you can't do it. You're gonna write it in English. You'll type to me in Spanish or in English, right? But not in your native and your ancestral language. You know why? Because you are a captive. You are a slave. Without you knowing your identity, you are a slave. I don't care if you have $1 billion right now. I don't care if you have a private island, a yacht. Without you having your own identity, you are a slave on this earth, man. Well, guess what? God said, you know what? I got your back, Israel. I'm going to give you mercy. I'm going to help you out. They whooping your behind. They stole your identity from you. They forced religion on you. They fed your babies to alligators. No sweat. You know what I'm going to do? Those same people that did that to you, guess what? The roles is going to be reversed. And now they're going to be at the bottom and you're going to be above them. And the beauty about it is that black people are so merciful. We're like so compassionate and so kind of a people. Half of the things that white people done to us, we won't even fathom to do that to white people. You get what I'm saying? Like, these white people is diabolical. They found a way to make a nigga leather. I'll be damned if I wear white people's skin on me. You know what I'm saying? Let alone sit on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they skin.
But yet they found a way to make a black body and turn it into leather. Well, guess what? Those people, they deserve to be a slave, man. They don't deserve to rule this earth. Sorry to say that. You know what I'm saying? What's fair and what's just is just, man. Everybody believes in karma, don't they? Right? Everybody karma, what goes around comes back around. They got songs about it. Goes around, comes back around. Well, guess what? There's no different when it comes to slavery.
Salakia.
What goes around comes back around. Go ahead, soldier.
Payback is a dog.
Get that, brother. They brought more jealous about new parabellums, man. You know what I mean? Payback is a dog, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's nothing personal. It's nothing personal, white people. You know what I'm saying? To all the Jewish audience that's listening and the white audience it's nothing personal. It's not because you have blonde hair, straight hair, fair skin, blue eyes. It's not because of that, man. You know what I'm saying? It's because there has been crimes that have been committed on this earth that we have never found justice for. And because there's so much of a ruthless beast and you're not willing to at least to say sorry or give reparations or give us our land back, guess what? God has to step in and put you in cages, man. He just has to. Or else you will never stop enslaving black people. I mean, who would want to? Right? They rule outer space. They're in Mars right now. Why would you want to give up niggas so you have to give up Mars? Who won't want to do that? Well, guess what? God has to intervene, man. God would have to intervene to give us justice. Some type of self-esteem. Something that can build us up again. You know what I'm saying? We are beat down because we never found justice, man. We're getting high on drugs. Not because this is, who we are instinctively, right? They try to portray us like we're violent by nature. We're just criminals and thugs. We in the streets listening to rap culture. This is not how we are by nature. We are trauma victims. How we treat each other is all a trauma response. When we shoot each other down in the streets, that's a trauma response. When we quick to curse each other out after somebody step on your shoes, that is a trauma response. Because you went through so much of generation of trauma, you don't know how to deal with it. So you lash out on the people that's near to you. Well, guess what? God can heal you from your trauma. And that healing is salvation and coming into the truth and getting mercy from God. That's how you're going to heal. By knowing who the devil is. That's how you're going to heal. But until then, guess what? We will have to change our life, and the Lord will give us justice, man. So, any more on that?
Colonel Khan, sir.
Go ahead.
Colonel Khan. And they shall take them captives, who captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors.
Oh man, that is music to my ears, man.
Colonel Khan, that is
like
wonderful.
I don't know, it just
that
does
is
something
wonderful.
God, like reading that when you just read that, like I think about brothers like Trayvon Martin and like sisters like Sandra Blair and Michael Brown, Eric Garner. Like, do you know Eric Garner's daughter? Not long after he passed away, his daughter ended up dying of a heart attack due to the stress of a father losing her life by the hand of a police officer. Like stuff like that, like, you know what I'm saying? She never found justice for what happened to her father. So she had to live with that stress. And that stress was weighing so much on her that it ended up killing her, man. Well, guess what? She's going to get an opportunity of justice. She's going to get an opportunity. Brothers like Trayvon Martin, Sandra Bland, you know what I'm saying? All the brothers and sisters who was senselessly murdered here in America, guess what? They're going to get an opportunity to rule over their murderers, man. To rule over their oppressors, man. It's bigger than just you and me. It's bigger than Nino Brown, man. You know what I mean? We're talking about a genocide that happened on this earth. And somebody has to pay for it, right? Let me read this sister comment real quick. The sister Love T said, Orlando has so many deaths over the past weekend. SMH always happens, but on pagan holidays it happened exponentially. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like us following these other nations and joining our oppressors, man, is why we in the condition that we in. Right? The Lord is the only way we're going to get mercy. You can't find mercy from this oppressor. You can't find it. Like, one thing I want to be too long-winded, right? Also, too, one thing I noticed in the Bible, there is no such thing as a prison or a jail in the Bible. Have y'all ever seen that or found that in there?
Slacky.
Go ahead.
Only thing I can think of is like when it talks about the pits of hell, and you know, the way Cap broke it down was like that was like a cage they would put people in the ground sometimes.
Like dead bodies, like the dead bodies that go to Sheol.
Khan.
That I heard of, right? But like somebody, you know, being convicted of a crime and being tossed into jail.
Right, Khan.
Like the justice that we have that's written of in the Bible are swift. Meaning if you do something, your judgment, it should be either be put to death, you have to pay this price, you have to do this, you know what I'm saying? But nobody's gonna cause you to go through some psychological, you know, disadvantage by sitting in a 4x4 wall, you know what I'm saying, to drive yourself insane, to sit there for years and years and years and years and expect for you to learn your behavior and the mistake that you did.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Khan.
Like an animal belongs in a cage.
Right.
Not a human being. You know what I'm saying? But an unjust beast, like your oppressor, you know what I'm saying? He'll give you 25 to life and make sure you rot in that jail cell. He'll throw the book at you in that court system. You know what I'm saying? But God will give you mercy. God will be like, you know what? No sweat. I'll give you a second chance. No sweat. I'll give you another opportunity. And that's the only way we're going to get mercy, man, is from the Most High. All right? So, yeah, that's it. Yeah. So, I hope that answered your question, Warrior. You know what I'm saying? He said, Salaki, was it John in prison? Khan, you know what I'm saying? And guess who set up those prisons, right? John was in prison in the island of Patmos. John the Baptist went into prison, right? Them Romans established that. Them white people established that. You know what I'm saying? Where he was beheaded in that joint. You know what I'm saying? Like they established that, man, because they are animals, bro. They're inhumane. They don't understand humanity, right? Like the sister mentioned, right? They'll treat an animal better than us. Right? They'll make sure they'll never keep a dog in a cage for too long. Wow. You know what I'm saying? But yo, Black Beyond, 23 hours a day. You staying in that joint. You know what I'm saying? And that's not kind of, you had a point you want to bring up to it? No, you good. God, but yeah, that's all I want to mention, man. Like, we can't find mercy from this beast, but from the Most High, man. So I hope that answered your question. I'll see y'all outside. Oh, okay, he said Khan. All right, Most High in Christ, man. And anything y'all brothers want to add as well, too. I didn't mean to cut y'all off, but
nah, it's no sweat, sir. Yeah, you covered it, shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, I can't. You know what I mean? Like the white man, he is a terrorist, and like he put you in those cages, like you said, to break you spiritually. You know what I'm saying? That's the only reason he do it. You know, to break you spiritually. They make movies about it. You know what I mean? All he want to do is like play mind games with you and break you spirit and just make you. You know what I mean? Like by the time you do hit the street, you are a crazy person.
Yeah. Right. You lost.
You know what I mean? Like you worse off than you was when you went in there.
Right. Jail don't rehabilitate you. They don't do nothing for you. Right. You on, because listen, you're gonna be around other inmates. You gotta protect yourself. Not only that, you're in solitary confinement where you gotta be in a room by yourself. You got all type of thoughts going through your head, and they expect you to toss you out into society and operate like a regular functioning person. Nah, bro. That's not how things work. You know what I'm saying? With God, you will find mercy, man. There was a scripture on that with David as well, too. Right? But I don't mean to cut you off. So like, you hear me?
Khan.
Yeah, I don't know if I cut you off, boy. My bad.
Nah.
That was a heavy point, though. So
you got it. So you.
My bad.
Khan, sir.
Nah, big up talk to the shop, man. A heavy point, boy. All right. So, any other questions? Man? Feel free to ask.
Hi, sir. If I could.
Go ahead, soldier.
I got a quick question.
You got it, word.
You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you loud and clear, word.
Okay, so I had a question in the book of Jeremiah. Hold on 1 second.
All right.
Jeremiah 2:30. But before I ask that question, I wanted to get a real quick. I had another question as well. I was trying to find out if there's a precept that goes along with I believe it's Jeremiah 17:4.
Okay.
Jeremiah 17:4. So then thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage, gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in my anger, which shall burn forever.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Now go ahead. You had a question on that?
Yeah, kind of. It's not on this. I was just trying to figure out if there was another precept that goes with it. Because I remember hearing the scripture where I think I remember hearing the scripture where it talks about, part of our heritage was our language. Speak our language again. But I might be confusing that with the actual breakdown of this. I was wondering, is there a precept that says that?
Yeah, Khan, this is a heavy scripture. I mean, the verse that we just read correlates with this as well, too. You know what I'm saying? Isaiah 14 goes with this. There's also another one in Isaiah, I think, where it says, the ass knows his master's crib.
Right.
But Israel do not consider.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like our heritage, like, which is, our culture, these laws that we read about, how we interact, what days we celebrate, like including our language. right? There's also a point, if I'm not mistaken, that it's in Kings where it talks about where some of our people was losing their language. You get what I'm saying? And we was separated at this time. And to verify who was actual Israelite or who was not mixing with the other nations, they had to say a certain phrase to what's that brother name?
Oh, the Ephraimite.
Yeah, they had to say a certain phrase, and if they got the phrase, God, and he'll pull out their hair and beat them. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like this is what they was doing. God, go ahead.
Nah, yeah, I can't remember. I know what you're saying, but I don't remember the scripture. And it was like you had to if you had to speak the language in a certain dialect or tongue. If you didn't, then you know what I mean. Like they would know that you wasn't, an Israelite or whatever.
Right. God, if you can probably type that in, you know what I mean, and see if anything pops up on that where it says, then he pulled their hair and beat them or something like that, and it should bring up that verse, Lord allowed. But yeah, that encompassed the language as well. Go ahead, soldier.
It was Shibboleth.
It was where?
Well, the word in Hebrew would be like Shabbalah or something like that. But
okay.
It's in Judges chapter 12, verse 6.
Ezra, there you go. Khan. Go ahead and read that real quick.
Khan says, then said they unto him, say now Shibboleth. Oh, it's like, shall I read up?
Yeah. Just two more or one more, whatever is convenient, whatever you find convenient.
All right, Khan. I'm gonna read from where was that?
You said Ezra?
No, Judges 12.
Oh, Judges. All right, so you was asking about this. Does this go with language?
Okay. Oh, so the question I had was in Jeremiah 17:4. The precept I just pulled that you called for was Judges 12 and 6.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out if there is a precept that lets us know that our language is going to be taken from us.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, this one right here is a good precept you can use in regards to our language.
All right, so this is the book of Judges chapter 12, verse 4. Then Jephthah gathered together all the men of Gilead and fought with Ephraim. And the men of Gilead smote Ephraim, because they said, ye Gileadites are fugitives of Ephraim among the Ephraimites, and among the Manassites. And the Gileadites took the passages of Jordan from the Ephraimites. And it was so that when those Ephraimites which were escaped said, let me go over, that the men of Gilead said unto him, art thou an Ephraimite? If he said, nay, then said they unto him, say now Shibboleth. And he said, Sibboleth.
Right. So this is during our civil war, right? We have a conflict with each other, right? And if you read about the history in regards to this split that we had, the northern kingdom got scattered and went to captivity, right? You know what I'm saying? And you had the Lord where he maintained a portion of the southern kingdom, the Jews. You know what I'm saying? So in the northern kingdom, so-called northern kingdom that went into captivity, you know what I'm saying, they started losing out on their heritage, losing out on their language, right? On how to speak the Hebrew. You dig what I'm saying? So they try to see in this civil war, like, listen, if you one of us, man, you got to say this word right? If you ain't mixing among them and dealing with them, you got to say this particular word. Now, of course, Christ did away with all of that. You know what I mean? We ain't beefing and none of that. You know what I'm saying? But at this time, man, we was at odds with each other. You know what I'm saying? And this is one of the ways that they was trying to prove who's with us or not. Right? Any more? Go ahead.
And he said Sibboleth, for he could not frame to pronounce it right.
God, 1 second, word. Oh, what was that? You said you want to write it down? Oh, you wrote it down? Okay. All right, most. All right, you got it, word.
All right, Colonel Khan. Then they took him and slew him at the passages of Jordan.
Dang. You know what I mean? There was murking cats. You know what I'm saying? Look, if you think about it, like our spirit is even embedded in these scriptures, right? These cats in California, of course, is on the left-hand side, right? But yet spiritually, we still operate in that, same mindset, right? When a brother see a brother with a, different neighbor from a different neighborhood or probably got a different color he haven't seen, we roll up on him like, what's that you claim? You know what I'm saying? He say the wrong word, it's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? They want to know where your mama stay, where your grandmama stay, where you know what I'm saying? You say the wrong hood, it's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? And this is what they was doing back then. They wanted to see who can speak this Hebrew the way Moses broke it down to it. You know what I'm saying? The way our forefathers broke it down to it. Right? And because certain, in captivity, certain of us went into captivity, we started losing out on our heritage, picking up more and more of heathen customs. Right? Even another precept you can use is in the Maccabees. You know what I'm saying? When the Greeks was coming in, you know what I'm saying, and taking our language. You know what I'm saying? And the prelude of Ecclesiasticus talks about how certain words do not match up other words or don't have the same power because we went into captivity. You know what I'm saying? So, those three could be a good one to use. Or I don't know if that answers your question.
Colonel Khan, sir. That's a good precept.
All right, most high. Did you want to read up more on it, or that you was good with that?
So no, I just wanted to ask that question real quick because it was a quick answer. But okay. my question, my official question, or it's my secondary question.
All right.
Also in Jeremiah, chapter 2, verse 30.
Right. Jeremiah 2 and 30.
Come. All
right.
I just want to, general breakdown on it.
All right.
So I'll start at verse 28.
All right.
Okay, so Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 28. But where are thy gods that thou hast made thee? Let them arise if they can save thee.
Man, you know what I'm saying? Listen, he's spoken just like a nigga. Right. You know what I mean? Listen, if you ever thought God was either Caucasian or black, listen, just read the Bible. You know what I'm saying? He speak just like a nigga. Like, nigga, where your gods at? Right? Telling the prophets to mock those people who worship another God. You know what I'm saying? And our people, we fall in love with these other gods and these other nations. Well, guess what, man? If those gods are so great and these other nations are so great, we'll tell them to help us out then. You know what I'm saying? They should be able to get every nigga out the ghetto. And it should be able to get every black, Hispanic, and Native Indian back where they're supposed to be. If their God is so great. You know what I'm saying? But yet it's all a bunch of information, mumbo jumbo, that doesn't do nothing but appease your ego. That's all. Read on.
If they can save thee in the time of thy trouble, for according to the number of thy cities are thy gods, O Judah. Verse 29. Wherefore will ye plead with me? Ye all have transgressed against me.
All right. You know what I'm saying? We all have transgressed against the Most High. Right? We have committed sin. If you celebrated Easter, guess what? You was worshiping another God. Right? You celebrate Christmas, New Year's. All these holidays are founded behind false deities or pagan deities. If you look up the origin of it, all you have to do is pick up a book, go on Google, right? You ain't got to go pick up a book. Just type it in Google. They'll show you the origin of Easter starts with Ishtar, a whole separate pagan deity, right? And if you following that, guess what? You are worshiping another God. And like the sister mentioned earlier, that's when the crime rates increase within our community. Because these gods are not saving us, but they are killing us. Right? They teach us nothing but selfishness. Right? Read on.
Come. Verse it says, "Wherefore will ye plead with me? Ye all have transgressed against me, saith the Most High."
Mm-hmm.
Verse 30. And this is what I need. This is what my question is.
All right.
"In vain have I smitten your children.
Mm-hmm.
They received no correction."
They did what?
They received no correction.
So what is he saying? In vain? Because the purpose is to do what?
To correct.
Right, to correct, right? The New Testament mentions the Most High as what?
As a Salakia, as a father.
As a father, right? And like any good father, he would chastise his children for what? Because he's having a bad day at work? Because he's tired of the bills not being paid and his boss just yelled at him? So what, he gonna lash out his anger on his children? No, the purpose of disciplining a child is to correct their behavior. If you love your children, you would discipline them. You know what I'm saying? Well, guess what? The Lord is saying, well, I have slain your children to discipline you. I have punished you to discipline you. I have corrected you through these other nations to discipline you. And guess what? You have not changed. It was in vain. It was pointless. What was the point of it? If you're going to continue to get high, continue to celebrate these other holidays, continue to pop these whores, continue to do everything that's wicked against the Most High. You know what I'm saying? If you do these things, guess what? It is a sin. And the Lord put a judgment in place so you can learn not to do it. I mean, hell, you would have thought niggas would never pick up drugs in our community. After the crack era, I mean, sheesh. After the 90s hit us in the crack era, nigga, after seeing your uncle with no teeth selling your TV to buy some crack, you would have thought that niggas will never even think of picking up drugs.
All right.
But yet the cycle continues because we haven't learned our lesson.
Salakia.
Go ahead, soldier.
If I may, and it's not to segue, but what you just said reminded me of something that somebody said on the internet. You know, the internet is a wild thing, but what they said made sense because he said he was like they flooded our communities with crack and you know, drugs, and arrested all the people that were selling drugs, threw them in prison. And guess what? Left the people that were doing the drugs to raise the community. They left them in charge. So all the drug dealers who they set up to sell the drugs and then arrested them and locked them up for life, they put them in prison, and now we have crackheads as our leaders. Now you got future pop Percocet every day, and you know the Migos who drink syrup or whatever.
Damn right. That's a heavy point, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I got people within my family, you know what I'm saying, that fell victim to that plague. You know what I'm saying? Fell victim to that, man. You know what I'm saying? Because it's very unfortunate that this lesson should have been taught and passed down to our children. Now the buck stops with us, right? And that kind of goes in with our topic as well, right? In this world, guess what? We inherited everything from the generation prior to us, right? Everybody like to say, well, my generation, we didn't do this, and my generation, we didn't do this. Well, guess what? Your generation was just as fucked up, so like messed up as my generation. You know what I'm saying? We inherited your ill behavior. Niggas doing all them gangbangers in the 90s. Guess what? Niggas is still gangbanging today. Niggas was selling drugs in the 90s. Well, guess what? Niggas is still selling drugs today. They had kingpins back in the 80s. Alpo, Richie. Niggas making millions of dollars in the ghetto. Guess what? Niggas is still doing it today.
Right.
And guess what? If we don't stop, guess what? Your children is going to do it. Your son is going to be the next Alpo. Your son is going to be the next crackhead, man. This is why we have to conduct ourselves in a manner that's separate from this world. That's different from this world. Or else this cycle is going to continue. This world is trash already. It's time for us to make our own world to where we don't have to worry about drugs.
That's right.
We don't have to worry about crack. We don't have to worry about our mothers being stronged out on drugs, our fathers being stronged out on drugs. Let's create a society, a world that's better than that. And the only way that's possible is following the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High.
Right.
So it don't be in vain. You know what I'm saying? But continue on, War.
Come. They receive no correction.
Mm-hmm.
Your own sword have devoured your prophets,
Mm-hmm.
like a destroying lion.
Girl, guess what? The Lord works through who? Does he go up us face to face and be like, hey, brother, stop doing this? Do God descend from heaven and be like, brother, you need to stop stop smoking that weed. All right, I'm out of here. Pew, and beam back up. He don't do it like that. How does God work? Who does he work through? Go ahead.
Through his prophets.
Through his prophets, man. Our prophets go out in the streets and tell our people, listen, if you don't change, you're going to die. If you don't stop doing what you do, we're trying to save your life. If you don't stop what you're doing, you are going to die. Because we're trying to teach you that the Lord is one to correct your behavior. But guess what? When we hit the streets, guess who give us the most pushback? Go ahead. Who give us the most pushback? Our own people. You know what I'm saying? They ain't trying to hear the Lord's correction. They ain't trying to hear what the Lord might do to them if they don't stop doing what they're doing. They want to hear the smooth words. You know what I'm saying? Stuff that comforts them. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to listen. What was that movie that we watched yesterday? Honk for Jesus. Y'all ever seen that movie?
Yeah, well, I didn't see it. If I may.
Go ahead.
I didn't see it. I saw the preview of it. Just the other day, yesterday, a couple of days, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw it, and I was like, I can't watch this. Yes, the brother, he about to sell. He's supposed to be some preacher guy, big time preacher guy.
Mm-hmm.
And he's out there on the corner. This is the preview. He on the corner. Him and his wife got a sign. Nobody's honking. He said, "We ain't get enough, honks or whatever." And then somehow they show it. Well, like he tell her to shake it or do whatever. And then they start getting honks. So he pulled her out just so they could get more church members. I said, I'm not watching it.
Yeah.
Pulled her out for Jesus?
Yes.
Yeah. God.
I said,
Good
I'm
thing
not
you didn't watch that movie, brother. Because listen, you would have been at home with a broken TV. You know what I'm saying? That's how much it would have pissed you off, man.
I said, I'm not watching.
Because listen, man, that's the trailer that you saw is basically sums up the majority of the movie.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He lost out on his mega church that he had.
Right.
He was trying to build it back up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And building it back up, he was trying to do it by any means possible.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? His wife was on the joint doing them.
No, but if I may, sir,
go ahead.
She was about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like even in the trailer, like she was like, "What you want? What? Huh? Oh, that's what it don't take."
Yeah, she was dedicated to that, brother. Hey, guess what? In the movie, I don't mean to cut you off too. In the movie, it's good that you mentioned that how about it she was towards that brother. Guess what lifestyle that this pastor was involved in?
Oh no! Oh man, I didn't even see that coming. I did not see that coming. Spoiler!
Yeah.
Wow!
How could you not see it coming,
Wow,
man?
you right.
That's the Christian church for you.
God damn!
You know what I'm saying?
Wow!
And listen,
basically, he
himself up.
Wow!
He was building himself up to make a great speech, right? To get his followers back and all of that. Wow. And his speech was like, nobody's perfect. God don't look for nobody to be perfect and da-da-da-da. Because guess what? He was living a homosexual lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? He got caught up in it. You know what I'm saying? And he was trying to, appease the people and give them smooth words and make them feel good. And instead of give them the right correction of God, like the real prophet is supposed to do. Why do you think we so hate it so much? We ain't out there mime dancing. You know what I'm saying? You don't see us doing the mime dance in the street corner. We ain't got no sign saying honk if you love black Jesus. We ain't got none of that. You know what I'm saying? We go out here and tell you if you don't change your life, God is gonna kill you. That's it. It's the reality. That's the truth. It's the truth. If you don't change your life, you are going to die. And guess what? Our people don't want to hear that. And it's no different from the time of Jeremiah. Listen, if you read the book of Jeremiah, they put him in prison. They beat him so many times. You know what I'm saying? They even rebelled against his brother. Oftentimes, we persecuted our prophets that God sent unto us, man. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't want to receive correction. All right? My fault. Anything your brothers want to add?
If I may, sir.
Go ahead, Soda.
Like what you said, we don't want to see the correction.
Mm-hmm.
Black people, Hispanic and Native Indian people just do not want to be disciplined.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's the whole thing. Like discipline. Mm-hmm. I can tell you what's wrong. I can tell you what's right, but it takes discipline to achieve it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And
right.
That we don't want.
Right.
We want to be able to run off our emotions and our feelings and do whatever we want to do at any given moment or any given time. That's undisciplined.
Right.
Discipline is, I know this is wrong. I'm not doing that.
Mm-hmm.
No matter how my emotions or my feelings tell me,
mm-hmm.
that or the third, I'm not doing it.
Right.
And we don't want to do that.
Right.
We don't have nothing to do with discipline.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like emotions, that's all. Your emotions, we are emotional creatures. And we're made in the image of our Father.
Right.
He's emotional. He's jealous.
Right.
He's faithful. He loves all that. But we are supposed to be just like him and be able to control our emotions and feelings and thoughts. You know what I mean?
Damn right.
Wants and desires. And we don't want to do it at all. We don't want to have nothing to do with anything that has anything to do with discipline.
Mm.
Discipline, you brought it out last week. Your members.
So you most on Christ.
You know what I mean? You said, you know what I mean? Like, what'd you say? Mortify your members.
You know most on Christ.
You don't want to do that. Negroes don't want to do, Hispanics don't want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
They just want to be able to live on the fly. How you feel, that's how you act. Mm-hmm. And that's not how we, that's not how our power, design this thing, sir.
Damn right, soldier. Damn right. I don't know if y'all know what this brother's bringing out is heavy, man, because love hurts. It hurts. Love hurts. If you love something, you will suffer for it.
Yes.
You're looking for joy and fun and sunshines and rainbows all the time. Guess what? That's not what real love is. Because as soon as that joy and sunshine runs out, guess what? You are out the door. And you never loved it in the first place. But love is truly dedication and suffering when things are down. Well, guess what? If you really love God, you will suffer yourself not to get high. You will suffer yourself not to seek pleasure, not to seek your own will. You will suffer it, no matter how much you want to do it. Because it's against God, you will suffer it, man, if you really love it. All right? So that's a heavy point, man. Any other questions, man? Any more questions? If not, man, I got to jump into this topic. Salaki, I'm going to jump into this topic, man. Scripture breakdown every Monday. Somebody said Salaki?
If I may, I know you want to get into your topic, Salaki, real quick. I just want to make sure I understand the breakdown on the children, smearing your children is basically just saying that the Lord smote your children. Now you punished them, but the vain part is because they didn't learn anything from it.
They continued in their behavior.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They continued in their behavior and they made sure that they pushed the people that was push or enforcing God's laws or God's words. They made sure they got rid of them. You know what I'm saying? They continued in their behavior and doing whatever they wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? So that Most High Christ, answer your question, Warrior. All right, Most High Christ, man. Give it up, give it up, give it up. All right. Let's jump into today's topic. We got a little time left. So the topic for today, if y'all can see it on the board, it says "Be not of the world," or regardless where you're looking from. If you're looking on Facebook, it says well, I put on there. I forgot what I even put on there.
So like,
Right? Oh, be in the world, but not of the world.
right.
Yeah, most high Christ, most high Christ. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna get the understanding of this statement, right? That's made. You know what I'm saying? That the most that Christ mentioned a few times in the New Testament, right? Let's first start with the most famous one. Let's get John 3:16. John 3:16, y'all.
Ha ha ha.
Let's get the most famous.
What does it say? I've never heard that before.
About to take her to church, the shot.
God, this
You know
is
what I mean? Let's bring out the Oregons. You got the collection plate ready? You know what I'm saying? I need, my pocket's a little slim too. You know what I mean? Pass that plate around a few times. Get the soft music playing. We about to read John 3:16 real quick.
I got it, sir.
Go ahead, boy.
You want me to? Okay, come. The book of John, chapter 3 and verse 16.
Mm-hmm.
For God so loved the world.
For what?
For God so loved the world.
Right? Now, the common misconception of this is that when we read that God so loves the world, we think that he's talking about the whole planet Earth, the whole universe, and everything that inhabits in it, right? But we're going to get the true understanding when Christ said, for God loves the world. Because one thing you have to understand is that the Bible do not contradict itself. It's consistent, right? It's one way from Genesis all the way to Revelation. He would not say something and do a whole nother in another part, right? So let's get the understanding of for God so loved the world, right? Let's see what this world is talking about, right? First, let me ask this. New Testament, what language was it written in? Go ahead.
I want to let other people answer.
Okay, Kyle. Yeah, Kyle. Most I'm sure you know. You want to give it a shot, sis? Anybody in the chat? What language was the New Testament written in? Say it louder.
The Holy Tongue.
That's a good guess. What language, y'all? Anybody?
You need to have that music.
Mm-hmm.
He said, okay, we got some answers. Trooper Mashah says Greek. Now, is he right, y'all? What say y'all? What y'all think?
Who said that?
I think we got a winner. Trooper Mashah.
Hold on, we might have to.
We have to reevaluate.
You got it.
Correct, Trooper Bashar. Correct. Get a brother a hand. New Testament, written in Greek. Right? So we got to understand the language that they're speaking in, right? And first, let me say this. The reason why it was written in Greek is because we went under Greek captivity, right? We lost our language, right? Like, offside to we broke down that earlier, right?
Right.
Read the book of Maccabees. It tells you how we lost our language, right? So we wrote in Greek. The New Testament is written in Greek, right? So when Christ says, for God so loved the world, what word in Greek is it in for the word world? What word is that?
Salakia.
Go ahead.
All right. So, I don't know if anybody else know this.
Uh-huh.
I would let them answer, but for time's sake.
Yeah, for time's sake, you got it, boy.
It's cosmos.
Cosmos. That's the Greek word for the word world. That's what it translates to, right? Now, somebody type this in for me. Give me this definition, right? Type in cosmos, Greek meaning. Cosmos, Greek meaning. Let's get the meaning of the word cosmos, right? Now the sister pulled it up. I want you to read that little bit of paragraph right there. What that say? First, read the top one, or just read that paragraph. What that paragraph say? And you got to read it pretty loud if you could.
Cosmos comes from, it says order, good order.
Order or good order, right? Order, a whole order, organization, operation, right? A good order, right? Read on.
Cosmos comes from the Greek cosmos, variously meaning order, good order, government.
Means what?
Order, good order, government.
Do y'all hear? Do y'all hear her?
Kind.
She said order, good order, or government. Right? That's where the word world comes from, right? Any more on that?
World order.
World order. Go ahead.
Universe.
The universe, right? So in context, it's telling you here that the definition of the word world has multiple definitions than what people classify it today as the whole planet, right? Let me get Psalms 90 and 2 real quick. Bible Kasha. Somebody can grab me that real quick. And we're going to do whole 316. And we're going to get Psalms 90 and 2 real quick.
I got it.
You got it, word.
The book of Psalms, chapter 90, verse, you said 6? 2.
Verse 2.
2.
Yeah, just hold on real quick. Just waiting everybody to get there. All right, you got it, word.
Come. Psalms 90, verse 2. Before the mountains were brought forth, or ever thou hast formed the earth and the world.
Well, hold on now. Before you formed the what?
The earth and the world.
So why is the Bible mentioning earth and world in the same sentence? You know why? Because they're both different. Earth is the planet you live in.
Right.
World is the government or society that exists on this planet. The order that exists on this planet. You dig what I'm saying? It's not talking about everything that you can know of. You know what I'm saying? The whole organisms and the universe and all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? The definition is the order, government, world order. Right? This is why you have different classifications that exist in this world. That's Salakia, that classification that exists of different type of worlds, right? You have the sea world, you have the animal world, right? My world might be different from your world. You know what I'm saying? The black man world, our order and our government is far different from their world. You dig what I'm saying? So this is what Christ was talking about. Now let's jump back to John 3:16.
So
right? Go ahead, soldier.
If I may, if you don't mind.
You got a word.
The word there for earth is aratazah, which means land.
There you go. That's the Hebrew scholar right there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, make sure y'all tune in every Friday. Learn your language.
If I may, sir.
Earlier in the class, what y'all native tongue was, ain't nobody answered me. You know what I'm saying? You might want to tune in also Itazah. Right? Land. Right? Earth is land. Right? The word world is not talking about the planet Earth. They're both two separate things. Right? So I'm glad you brought that out. Anything else you want to bring out outside Itazah?
Nah, it's like, sir, I was just saying, like, that's what we was talking about earlier. Like, that's what it's all about. Land. Like,
right.
This whole freaking thing that we are dealing with, that we are going through, that we are everything right now that we are going through and dealing through is about trying to get some land. That once you get land, you have rulership.
Damn right.
You have land, you have rulership. And right now, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians have no land, no rulership. But thanks to the Most High in Christ, we are promised to rule the whole land of the earth. Not the world.
Our Rataza.
Earth.
Right.
Damn right.
And if I could, sir, some Negroes, they think they done bought some land in America. They think they own it.
I tell people all the time, you never own that land because you don't pay them taxes. I don't care how you just owe 200, 300. You can't pay them taxes. Your land gets taken from you. You never, ever own the land in America. Ever.
Right.
You never really own this land. Ever.
Damn right. Damn right, man. You paying property taxes on that land, it do not belong to you.
Come.
Damn
you pay the rent forever.
Damn right.
Can't get out of it. Not in this place.
Damn right. You know what I'm saying? So let's get that John 3:16 real quick.
Come, sir. The book of John, chapter 3, verse 16. For God so loved the world.
The what?
The world.
So what do we establish the definition of the word world was?
The government.
The government, right? He loved the government. Now let's find out what government, what order, what world order did Christ love? Did God love? Right? Because there is one that he did love and there's one that he hates. Right? Let me get 1 John 2:15. Yeah, 1 John 2:15. Right there, that's 2:15.
I got it. You got it?
I got it.
Okay.
All right, you got it, word.
The book of 1 John, chapter 2. Would you like me to start at 14?
You can get me right to it for time's sake. It's a little further back. It's like towards the end. You got it? Or okay.
Verse 15. Love not the world.
Do what?
Love not the world.
Hold on now. Is that a contradiction we found, y'all? Christ just said God so loved the world, but in another verse he said love not the world. Right? So we understand that the definition of the word world is government. There is one government that Christ loves and God loves, and there's another government that he does not love. Right? He said, love not the world. Read on.
Come. It's like neither the things that are in the world.
Neither the things that are in the world. Did not Christ say himself that I am not of this world. This kingdom is not, what he said? The kingdom is, damn, I got it on the tip of my tongue. What he said, my kingdom is not of this world. Hence will my servants fight. Right? I'm paraphrasing. Christ said, my kingdom is not of this world. Right? Because the current world, while John was writing this, and while Christ was on the scene, was who world? What government was on top at that time?
It's lucky. You want somebody else to answer?
Go ahead. You got it. For time's sake.
The Romans.
So the Romans, right? The Romans was in rulership at that time, right? And he just said, love not the world. So what government is Christ saying not to love?
So lucky.
Go ahead.
The white world.
There you get it, brother. Get that brother ahead. It's simple. Well, listen, we didn't make this up. This is in the Bible now. Right? Christ said, my kingdom is not of this world. Right? And he said, love not the world. So the current world that he was not willing to fight over was the Roman world. They was ruling at that time. So if they were the ruling class at that time, the ruling government, by default, the world that he's telling you not to love is that said government, man, that was on top, oppressing the Jews at that time. And guess what? That government still exists today. It's in the form of America. They are the ancestors, the Roman babies that existed long ago, the Greek babies that existed long ago. Right here on earth, still in rulership, practicing the Roman customs, practicing Greek ways and Greek philosophies, like Easter and all these things, and sororities and fraternities, and all these things that they still practice like they practice in Roman, still exist today. So guess what? If Christ did not love that world, that the same copy that America is practicing today, guess what, black man? You should not love that world neither. If you love Christ. All right. Go ahead, Warren.
If I could, real quick. In other words, Christ is saying, when in Rome, do not do as the Romans do.
Not at all. God, they're right, soldier. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, it's a dark world out there. It's a scary place out there, man. Right? And the powers that be did not get power through kindness and love and charity. Right? The most powerful country in the modern world today is what?
America, sir.
America. And how did America get established? How did it gain its power?
So like through slavery. Oh.
Go ahead. You about to say something? Go ahead. Go ahead. Let the sister answer real quick. How did America gain its power?
By taking the black people's rights.
Right, taking black people into slavery, making slaves, killing Native Indians, stealing their land, right? So if we're supposed to follow after the most powerful people on this earth, right, and we examine their behavior and how they operate, well, how do you think we'll end up operating if we follow them? Stealing, killing, right? The same thing we're doing in our hoods today. You get what I'm saying? Because this is how their world is ran. And being part of their world, guess what? We follow after their customs and their ways. By stealing, by killing, by murdering, by raping, by doing all these things that our oppressors was doing. You know what I'm saying? The gangsters, listen, gangsters, we didn't start none of that stuff, right? The mafia, Italian mobsters in the 1920s, they the original gangsters. They murderers by nature, man. You know what I'm saying? During the Prohibition era where they couldn't sell liquor and all of that, guess what? They had to illegally find ways to sell liquor.
That's right.
And there was a whole set of wars against what was going on at that time. You know what I'm saying? And they was notorious for killing each other. Shooting this rival Italian mobster gang, shooting this Italian mobster gang. And guess what we was doing? We wasn't doing that at that time in the 1920s.
Right.
We was taking care of our families, making sure we wouldn't get lynched or nothing like that.
Right.
And now look at us now. Now we the gangsters. We the gun-toting, pistol-toting, shooting each other down the streets. Nah, that's not right. That's not who we are, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because we're following the government that rules today. The world that's in power today. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, soldier.
It's like real quick, like to touch on what you're saying, you know what I'm saying? Back then, those Italian mobs, which are the Romans, you know what I'm saying? Those Italian mobs, you understand? Like black people think they're gangster, like you saying. But those Italian mobs, man, they shoot straight and they kill all of everybody they're aiming for. You know what I'm saying? Where Negroes think that they gangster and can't even shoot. You know what I mean? Like we black people can't even shoot a gun straight, but we want to be gangsters. Everybody but the target, and we want to be gangsters. You know what I'm saying? Dumbest criminals on the earth. Because we try to get away with crimes that just seem ridiculous when those Italian mobs didn't care.
Right.
They didn't even have laws. They let them tell it. You get what I'm saying? They just pay off somebody to keep their organization going.
Right.
They pay them off or they give them drugs. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Black people are not gangsters.
Nah, you're exactly right, man. You know what I'm saying? You're exactly right. Because they know about killing, right? That's why they know how to hit their target. You know what I'm saying? A white boy go inside of a school and kill 30 people. You know what I'm saying? He practicing all, in 10 minutes, he Killing.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even want to reenact that because that's children he's shooting. You know what I'm saying? Like that's children he's shooting down because he knows about killing. You know what I'm saying? But guess what, black man? You know what I'm saying? That is not you. Now, of course, you can be a man and protect yourself and stand up for what you believe in. You know what I'm saying? But you don't have to be senseless like this inhumane beast called the Caucasian man. You ain't got to be like him. You know what I'm saying? Die for a cause, not the applause. Right? And the cause is your nation, the 12 tribes of Israel. Stand up for that rather than whatever the crumbs the white man is trying to get you to kill over. You know what I'm saying? That's the world that Christ do not love. You don't like this world, man. You don't like the fact that niggas is in the ghetto and doing what they doing right now in the streets, man. He don't like that world. He's not appeased by these rich pedophiles in Hollywood. You think he like this world? Oh, they get trophies in this world. They get trophies, Oscars, and praised and talked about on the internet, money and all of that in this world. But God, he don't love that, man. That's not the world that he's appeased by. He don't care about how many Oscars you got, how many Grammys you got. He's satisfied with those that obey him, that are disciplined and that love him. All right. Time sake. Oh, somebody said Salaki?
No, sir. I say Kano Khan.
Most High Christ. Time's sake, man, there was another one I want to grab, but I'm going to get 2nd Ezra, chapter 8 in the Apocrypha, verse 1.
2nd Ezra 8 and 1.
Salaki, sir. I'm holding Isaiah.
Yeah, I wanted to go to that one. I mean, read it real quick, just so we.
I'm already there, so.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. So then we're gonna get the 2nd Ezra.
Khan, the book of Isaiah, chapter 45, verse 17.
Mm-hmm.
But Israel shall be saved in the Lord with an everlasting salvation.
Everlasting salvation. Read on.
Ye shall not be ashamed or confounded. World without end.
What?
World without end.
So what world do God love that's not going to end? Israel, man. That's the government that Christ loved. That's the government that he died, that whoever should believe in him shall not perish, right? We all know this verse. We recite it all the time. We go in that church and we recite that same verse and not understanding the magnitude of that verse, man. Think about it. If black people understood that John 3:16 was talking about them, if they understood that somebody out there actually loved them enough to give them a second chance, guess what? That will flip the ghetto over by night, man. Brothers will change by night. Sisters will change by night, man. Because our oppressor beat our self-esteem down and taught us that particular verse is talking about the whole world. Guess what? We don't have enough energy to want to even do better, man. Well, guess what? There is a power out there that loves us so much that he was willing to sacrifice whatever he had just so we can rule this earth. Now, guess what? Ask yourself something, black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man. What are you willing to sacrifice to show that you love God? Ask yourself that. He gave his only begotten son. Well, what are you willing to give up? All right. Let me get 2nd Ezra real quick.
Khan, sir. 2nd Ezra chapter 8 and verse 1.
Yeah, this isn't an apocrypha. It's not in that drug. Remember I told you some of the books, it's not in that drug. You got that word?
Yes, sir.
All right, you got it, soldier.
Khan. 2nd Ezra chapter 8 and verse 1. And he answered me, saying, the Most High hath made this word for many.
You can read that one more time?
Khan. 2nd Ezra chapter 8 and verse 1. And he answered me, saying, the Most High have made this world for many.
He made this present world, this government that's ruling right now for many. You know why? Because this government gives you the ease to want to do whatever you want to do. So everybody's going to grasp at that opportunity. This world is made for many. Read on.
Come. But the world to come.
The world to come. Read on.
For few.
For who?
For few.
For few. The world that's going to come after this present world, guess what? It's only going to be for a few. It's only going to be for those that actually want to serve the Most High. Right? If you're doing it right now, guess what? You're living in the future.
That's right.
Right? You're living in the future. You know what I'm saying? You ahead of the game. You know? You futuristic with it. You know what I'm saying? This is you the trendsetter. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to be a trendsetter. Well, start keeping God's laws. Guess what? You'll be the biggest trendsetter on this earth. Because in the near future, that's all that's going to be happening. That's the only thing that's going to be moving on this earth. You dig what I'm saying? Because the world that's going to be established has to happen, because if we don't establish it, we are going to continue to die on this earth. So embrace who you are, Israel. Embrace the fact that the Lord chose us to be greater than everybody else. And guess what? We'll accomplish something that's great on this earth. All right. So with that, unless anything y'all brothers want to add.
So like, if I could, I was just gonna say.
Go ahead.
They gonna say, you know what I'm saying? Isupk did it before it was cool.
Right. God, they ain't gonna give us our credit. You know what I mean? Yeah, they ain't gonna do it. I started keeping God laws first. You know what I'm saying? That's how it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to be the
You know what? If I may,
go ahead. So
you'll sound like the brother who he came to Christ and Christ told him what to do. He said, I did that since my birth.
Yeah.
God. Yep.
I did that since my birth.
Oh,
God. But he ran away. You know what I'm saying? So like what you said earlier, sir, like you have to be humble in this thing. And you know what I'm saying? Like I think about it all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit. I look at the generals and the captains who's been holding this thing down for forever. Nigga, I just been here two seconds. And what I look at what I'm doing right, and I could be like, nigga, I'm hardcore. Dude, look at what I'm doing. Nigga, I ain't shit. That nigga's been doing it for 20 straight years, 30 straight years, 40 straight years. Nigga, I ain't shit, man. I ain't that. You know what I mean? So don't ever think that's it. You know what I mean? Like, just, hey, at the end of the day, I promise you, all I want to do is endure to the end.
Damn right.
That's the whole, like, endure to the end. Moses slipped up a couple times, but he endured to the end.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He endured to the end. Joshua endured to the end. I'm just trying to endure to the end. So, like, God,
damn right.
Don't let me fall. Most times, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just want to be here till I lay down and go sleep with my fathers. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's it, man. I ain't shit. You know what I mean? Like, I told you, listen, how the hell you got a brother that is half my senior? You know what I mean?
This thing stupid.
God, yeah, who is this little kid? What kind of world is this? This must be the world that the Lord died for. You know what I mean? But I'm with it. You know what I mean? Like, you'll find brothers in outside this school, and I'm telling you, they can't do it. They gotta be a general today. You know what I mean? And tomorrow, when I listen, I don't need that. I'm just trying to serve the Lord. You know what I mean? Like, and just like they learn how to speak the language they speak, just like they learn to obey the laws that they obey. A man taught them to them, but I'm listen. They don't want to listen to a man that, you know what I mean, that is young, come out the ghetto, that is a Negro. You know what I mean? Like, they nigga, please, you know, let me go get a certificate from this. I need a certificate from the man that run this world. Well, you know what? I don't need a certificate. I just need to be in this body. I need to be a member of this body. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if I'm just a nerve ending, just a nerve ending, not a whole nerve, just a nerve ending. You know what I mean? Like, let me be in this body. You know what I'm saying? That's
right, Priest, man.
People like school, universal practical knowledge.
Give it up.
Now that we have the knowledge, we just gotta, you know what I mean? Paint it. We gotta utilize it.
Damn right, man. This brotherhood is what's gonna last forever. Everything else is temporary, man. This current world is temporary, right? Everything is viral. It's you popping for 15 seconds. After that, you gotta find your next viral hit.
Man, that's crazy.
The kingdom of God is not gonna be viral. Crazy. It's gonna be everlasting. You understand? You know what I'm saying? So with that, man, big up Austin the Shot, big up Austin at the job, everybody in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Most High Christ, make sure you subscribe. Isupk Florida, Isupk Orlando. Class will continue on the same channel. Make sure y'all tune in. Yeah, man. With that, shalom, Israel.
Shalom, sir. Yahba Shem Yahshua Barakatah.
Shalom, Yahba Shem Thumb.